The Halloween pumpkin potted plant. First, let's crochet the pumpkin. Take out the corresponding yarn. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. First, make slip knot in this way. Place the hook above the yarn. Twist the hook like this to wrap the yarn. Pinch the crossover of the yarn. Yarn over the hook and pull through the loop and hook. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the loop. A slip knot is made. In row 1, start with 16 chain stitches. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the loop and hook. That's a chain stitch. Such a V shape is formed. Continue to work chain stitches. Finish a total of 16 chain stitches. Sixteen chain stitches are done. Skip the first chain stitch and work 2 slip stitches from the second chain stitch through the left loops of the chains. Insert the hook into the left loop of the second chain. Yarn over the hook and pull up loop. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the original loop on the hook. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch here doesn't serve as a connection. It will be counted into a number of stitches. This is the first stitch of row 1. Mark this snip stitch. Then work 1 snip stitch through the left loop of the next chain. Two V shapes on the side stand for 2 snip stitches. 2 snip stitches are done. Next, work 1 single crochet through the left loop of the next chain. Then work 9 half double crochets. Yarn over the hook, insert hook into the left loop of the next chain, yarn over the hook and pull-up loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through all 3 loops on the hook. That's 1 half double crochet. Half double crochet. First, work 2 chain stitches. Turn over the fabric. We are going to work a half double crochet. Yarn around hook and insert hook into the stitch. Through the underneath of the way, hook the yarn and pull-up loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Okay. Yarn around hook and pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. Continue to work 8 more half double crochets. Yarn over the hook, insert hook into the left loop of the next chain, yarn over the hook and pull-up loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through all 3 loops on the hook. The second half double crochet is done. Yarn over the hook, insert hook into the left loop of the next chain, yarn over the hook and pull-up loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. The third half double crochet is done. Continue to work 6 more half double crochets in the same way. Nine half double crochets are done. Next, work on single crochet. Then work 2 snip stitches. Two snip stitches are done. Row 1 is done. The stitches for rows 2 to 28 are the same. Work 1 chain stitch, turn the fabric, and work 2 snip stitches, 1 single crochet, 9 half double crochets, 1 single crochet, and 2 snip stitches through front loop solely for each row. We'll demonstrate row 2. Work 1 chain stitch first. Mark the last stitch of row 1. Turn the fabric. In this way, the last stitch of the previous row becomes the first stitch of this row. A regular stitch, namely V-shape, has 2 loops. The loop close to us is the front loop. In this row, we'll insert hook through the front loop solely of the stitches to finish the following stitches. Remove the marker. Work 2 snip stitches through the front loop solely. This is the first stitch of row 2. In the next stitch, also work 1 snip stitch through the front loop only. Two snip stitches are done. Next, work 1 single crochet through front loop only. Then work 9 half double crochets through front loop solely. Please finish the rest 6 half double crochets through front loop solely by yourself. 9 half double crochets through front loop solely are done. Next, work 1 single crochet through front loop only. Then work 2 snip stitches through front loop solely. Row 2 is done. Mark the last stitch of row 2. The stitches for rows 3 to 28 are the same as those for row 2. We'll demonstrate row 3. Work 1 chain stitch first. The loop close to us is the front loop. We'll insert hook through the front loop solely of the stitches to finish the following stitches. Work 2 snip stitches through front loop solely. Mark the first snip stitch. This is the first stitch of row 3. Work 1 more snip stitch through front loop only. Two snip stitches through front loop solely are done. Next, work 1 single crochet through front loop only. Then work 9 half double crochets through front loop solely. Please finish the rest 6 half double crochets by yourself. 9 half double crochets through front loop solely are done. Next, work 1 single crochet through front loop only. Then, work 2 slip stitches through front loop solely. Mark the last stitch of row 3. Row 3 is done. Please finish rows 4 to 28 in the same way as row 3 by yourself. Row 28 is done. Break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail. Yarn tail over the hook and pull the yarn tail out. Tighten up. The pumpkin fabric is completed.